Um, okay, Kimberley, first of all, you're going to be competing again soon. How does that feel?
I'm so excited. Just to sit on that start line again will feel absolutely incredible because it's been so long and we've done race simulations and things, and it's just never the same as actually having a race bib on and sitting on the start line at an international start line.
What is it that you've missed?
The thrill and the adrenaline that you get just from sitting there and hearing the start line beeps and having your competitors, hearing the foreign commentary, and just knowing almost like the hard work that you've put in that week before, being able to put a good run down.
How has it affected you the last 12 months or so? What is your performance like? Do you feel you've stagnated? Have you progressed? Where are you?
I feel like it's been a really positive change this past year. Being able to have an extra year has been a huge benefit to focus on the things that we haven't been able to focus on within a normal season. And I feel so much more ready now than I did a year ago if we had just a few months to prepare for the games. We've had an extra year on top of that. I feel so much more stronger. I'm getting PBs every week recently, which has been incredible just to think how strong I actually am now. And I'm being able to transfer that onto the water and showing some skills that I haven't been able to do ever. So I just want to get back on the international start line and show everyone else what I've got.
Where's that come from? How come you've progressed?
Just having that time at home, it's been quite a blessing just to almost take a break from travelling and things like that, and having the time at home and being able to focus on the physical stuff. I've really taken a lot of speed from doing a lot of flat water stuff and taking it head on. I've never been one to like all that physical. No one really likes doing all those really hard physical training sessions, and I've always kind of been one to go, it really hurts, I don't want to do it. But I've taken it head on and making the most out of it, and I've really enjoyed the whole experience of getting stronger and getting quicker and seeing the results pay off on the white water.
What do you think you've learnt personally from the last 12 months or so?
I think the resilience of not needing a race to progress. I always love racing and thrive and take confidence from that, and now I take a lot of confidence from the progression I've made just in training, taking that extra little bit on my upstreams, taking speed on through my staggers and just things like that, and being light and skippy on the water, and also just being lean and generally fit and healthy. And I take a lot of confidence from that now rather than having a result at a race.
What about the Europeans then? What are they for you?
Just another race. I'm just so excited to get back on the start line, and the Europeans will be a really good starting point just to kind of see where we are at in the field before the games. We have just 2 races, so we have the Europeans, and I'm only doing one of the World Cups in preparation of only doing one class before the game, because normally I double up. So it'll be good practice to see where we are at against everyone else and just kind of show everyone what I've got.
How do you feel about all the various protocols that will be needed and all the quarantines or whatever ahead of these tournaments?
We've had a lot of practice with the tests and having more tests done and wearing masks constantly, and I've worn so many masks this past year, and so has everyone. So we're kind of used to it, and we've been really good here at British Canoe and really strict with the rules and been socially distanced from everyone in our team for a year now. So we can't wait for that moment where we can hug and celebrate together, but in the time being we do have to be safe and keep our distance, and I will quarantine whenever things happen. I'll get my vaccine whenever we can, and I will go through all of that, and just so I can get onto that start line at the games fit and healthy.
What is the plan then between now and the summer?
So we've got the Senior Europeans at the beginning of May, and really looking forward to that, get back on the first international start line since October 2019. And then we have a month break back at home again, and just kind of keeping things ticking over, maybe finding that extra little speed if it's there, and then a race at a World Cup in Prague at the beginning of June. There is also another World Cup after that, but I think it gets a little bit too close to our departure date for Tokyo, so we're sacrificing that race and just making sure that if for any reason we have to quarantine when we get back from the Czech Republic, we can do safely and be able to go back out to Tokyo at the end of June, just a month before. And I'm so excited to get back out there and kind of transfer the skills I've learned from here to there.
How have you been with all the uncertainty? Because you were selected in 2019, such a long time ago, and there's been on and off, and will it happen? Now it's postponed. How have you coped with all of that?
The time when the games was postponed, it was a very kind of uncertain, a bit stressful couple of weeks, just not really knowing what's going to happen. And then the confirmation of the games being postponed, we were thankful because it just wouldn't have gone ahead safely. We've learnt so much now that we know that it will go ahead safe. So from that, it was just a bit of a waiting game. Like, will we have to do selections again? Will we have to get bonus points? It was just so many questions that couldn't be answered. And British Canoe thankfully announced that we'd keep our places, and that was just about now taking 1 week, 1 month at a time, and just dealing with it and trying to stay fit and healthy ultimately, and get stronger and make the most out of the extra year we had.
So maybe some mixed feelings about the games. I mean, the sad thing is that your family won't be able to go. How do you feel about that?
Well, so unfortunately I wouldn't have had much family out there anyway, because it is quite a long way and expensive trip. So my family wouldn't have been able to afford it too much. So I would have been having my support at home anyway, and even more so now no one can go, which is such a shame, and I won't have my grandparents out there, and they were really looking forward to being out there and being in a new country themselves. So they'd have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning now just to watch us race, but I know that they'll be there on the edge of their seats watching.
And how are you feeling about the games?
I'm super excited. It's a whole new experience, and the fact that we haven't raced for so long, and I can't wait to get 2 races under my belt before the games, and it will be a whole new experience for everyone. There's a lot of people on the start line who haven't been to a games before as well, and we're all experiencing the same things with distancing and how the protocols are all going to be. It's all going to be so new, but it's going to be really exciting at the same time, because we will have this unity of being a team and one team GB, and it's going to be an absolute incredible experience no matter what happens.
It is your first games, but I saw you in Rio because you went across and spent a couple of weeks to get that games experience in Rio. How invaluable is that, I wonder?
Yeah, so I was very fortunate to be selected for the Team GB Ambition programme, and that was just to get out there and experience the games of what it is really like, because there is so much that you see behind a TV screen, and that experience really sparked my Olympic dream and how much I actually really wanted to be a part of it myself. So being there and seeing Joe pick up his medal and see Dave and Rich pick up their medal, it was like, whoa, this is absolutely incredible. I was so inspired by them, and at the end of that year we actually had a team wrap up here at Lee Valley, and I stood up and I said just thank you to those guys for being so inspiring, and it really ignited a fire inside me to put my head down and really work hard for that. And being part of that whole Team GB experience, you got all the kit, we flew out, we were part of the preparation camp. We won't actually be a part of that because we have to train on the specific venue, but to experience the whole of the whole experience as a whole was just absolutely incredible, and I can't wait for me to be able to go pick up the Team GB kit, and I'm really excited to see what it looks like, but we don't know yet, and hopefully we'll get it soon.